97underground.com.
Hey folks, Michael Spedden here, host of The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide, and welcome to the 97 Underground Michael Spedden interview page, where we feature interviews with all the best local and national acts. Remember folks, The Back of the Rack on 97underground.com can be heard every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Download the free app and listen anytime, anywhere, and enjoy our interviews, folks. Remember, shop small and support local homegrown original music. Now, on with the interview. Hey folks, Michael Spedden here, and welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show. Today we have Harlan County Kings joining us. Lots of great news from them. They are releasing a CD that's going to be out on July the 18th. The CD release party is going to be at Racers over in Parkville, Maryland, near Harford Road and Taylor. If you know where that is, just inside the Beltway on Harford Road. They've got some other shows coming up. July 11th and September 5th at Dangerously Delicious Pies. That's a great place over in Hamden. I do suggest it. And the owner is also a musician, Rodney Henry. And then we also have them, they're going to be performing at Stanstock on September the 12th. And so I have all this information. I'm going to put the dates. I'm going to put their YouTube page. They've got 2 great new videos out, a great new CD out, and all the links and everything will be in the show notes here. So thanks for coming on and checking it out. Remember, I'm on every Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. Replay is every Wednesday from 2 to 4 a.m. Download the free app. Listen anytime, anywhere. You can also follow us and listen to us on Roku and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@97underground Michael Spedden. So without further ado, let's enjoy our interview with Harlan County Kings. And welcome back to the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. We are here today with Harlan County Kings. And my friend Skins is a member of Harlan County Kings. We cannot get rid of this guy here on the Back of the Rack, folks. Skins has become a piece of furniture on the show here. And we're glad to have him as always, because Skins always brings a lot of great stuff to the table to talk about. And again, one of his multiple bands that he's performing with here, Harlan County Kings. We have Ross and Rose and Joe and Skins today. So welcome, everybody. Good to have you.
Hi, good to see you.
Great, great. So you've got lots of good news, lots of exciting things coming up here. Lots of exciting shows coming up. You've got a CD release party coming up and some new videos that are out. And you guys are doing all kinds of stuff here. So where do we start? Do you want to talk about the, your CD? You want to talk about that first?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, great. So what's it called?
Our new CD is called Cold Moonlight.
Okay.
It's the title of one of the songs that's on there. I think we've made a habit of naming our CDs after a song that's on the CD itself.
Oh yeah. That's not unheard of, but yeah.
I don't think it was a conscious thing. It was just things that happened. Like, what are we going to call it? Okay, we'll call it this song's the title. We'll call it that. So. Oh,
sure. Well, yeah, that's great. And so, Cold Moonlight. And how many songs do you have on it?
Well, there's 8 originals and 1 cover. We did a cover of Blues Image. Blues Image, Ride Captain Ride. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was picked up by, what was that picked up on? The big cover up?
A compilation.
The big cover up compilation album, put it out on Big Curve Records.
Mm-hmm. That's a good song to choose to cover.
It came about odd. When I'm at home practicing, I just play along the 70s, 80s, or 70s or 60s playlists.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started playing along to it. I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. So I recorded a little bit and put it on our band page, and everybody was like, hey, that's not too bad. Let's work it up. And then ended up, working it up because we wanted to put a cover on the CD. We've never had a cover on the CD, and we used to be really adverse to even playing covers. but we've come around and we've got some nice choice ones. So we put one on the CD, and it worked out pretty good. You know, like Cheap Trick did. What's that Fat Domino song that Cheap Trick did?
Oh, ain't that a shame?
Not a shame, and things like that, and Led Zeppelin's first whole record, I think, was
right. Well, I think you're doing it right. I think you made the right call. If you're going to put a cover out, find something that nobody else is doing. You know, I mean, it's
typical cover bands are playing Ride Captain Ride.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, it's not like you put Living After Midnight on there, for God's sake. I mean, geez.
And it's pretty good company. I mean, Landis is on there with his Landis and Harry and Larry thing.
Yeah.
Who else is on there? Some other. Race the Rat is on there. Doing the Beatles cover. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so it's a compilation of all of Skin's bands putting out covers. No,
all 11 of them on there. I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like every band picture, Skins has a different disguise on or something. So you can't tell it's him.
Yeah. So that's that on Big Curve Records. Check it out.
Okay.
Tidbit about the name of the CD and the song called Moonlight. That's the only one we don't play live.
Oh wow, no kidding.
So far we haven't, but we will.
Right.
And here's the copy of ours. See that or not? Rose can hold that up there.
Okay.
That's
the new one.
That's our new record.
Okay.
Yep. And it's a little departure. We're usually a little more rocking. This is a bit more subdued. And the album art, like if anybody wants to check it out, you can see it probably a better copy online. But we thought that the picture and the song kind of fit the mood of the record. You got to try to tie all that stuff in together.
Sure. So I couldn't see it that well through Zoom. But did you have somebody make the artwork for you? Was there somebody that or did you do it yourselves?
In-house. I take all the pictures. I took this picture. This is a picture of my my actual work gloves on my tools of my trade during the day.
That's great.
And
I actually took the picture of Majestic.
And Joe took the picture of our record, the Majestic Hotel.
That was the one before last.
Before last, but so everything is done in house. I do.
You did the video.
I did the video. I've learned graphic design, video direction, and video editing just by trial and error and sitting with it for days on end.
Oh, that's the way a lot of people do it nowadays. I mean, it is a good thing to be able to do these things yourself.
Yeah, it definitely we can. I mean, I did the video on my phone using 90% of footage that I shot or had the group shoot. I used a couple of free use older shots of a train. But other than that, everything is done in house. And we try to even. It doesn't really work when we recorded this. It ended up going way over budget. But we even tried to keep the band with the money that we make from shows to pay for the stuff that we do to keep it. What's the word I'm looking for? Solvent.
We're self-produced, self-financed.
Self-financed, which we all have decent jobs and whatnot, and we can throw money at it. But the band is kind of except the retired guys. So we try to keep it.
T-shirt money coming
Spins is now a T-shirt mogul.
Yeah, I'm a T-shirt mogul.
A mogul.
I'm so rich from that.
Rich, crazy. It's crazy. Inside joke.
So do we want to expound upon the previous CDs while we're on?
Sure, if you want to talk about it.
So this one was called Cold Moonlight, and the CD before this was called Someplace USA, again named after one of our songs, and the photo art was done by Ross, right? It's at the Ferris wheel.
I took that picture at the Ferris wheel on in Atlantic City. Yep.
Okay, and the album before that was called Majestic Hotel, and that one was it's an actual Majestic Hotel in Ocean City. We might have driven by it.
Yes.
So we asked their permission if we could use CD art.
They pretty much tore the place down now. I was by there a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the Majestic is
Sign's still there.
It's a cool sign.
it's the best. You know,
Well,
that sign will sell for thousands of dollars for a
Yeah.
picker. Right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's a nice. I know where you're talking about down there. That is a nice hotel. It's a good idea. Yeah, I'm sure that made a great looking album cover too.
It did.
Yeah,
It
pretty
did.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your listeners or watchers want to pull that one up. I mean, we're on our we're on all of the services. Name it, we're there. All of our music is up there. Four albums worth.
Hmm.
Those are
Okay.
great.
So this, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Skins is only on this one. We usually records take so long to make. We're like 2 or 3 years between each disc, as in the writing it, and we record at the deep end with Tony, and I'm sure a lot of people
Tony Corral.
Tony Corelli, a lot of people will know that name in the studio. The deep
Oh
end.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We started with Tony when he was over in the old spot years ago. We actually recorded another record. Joe and I did another record with him there. And you know, Tony's great, so it takes time. You know, he's you're months between sessions.
In 2 or 3 years, we're usually done with the bass player and we get somebody else.
Yeah, and after 2 or 3 years, it's done with us most likely.
My time is limited.
Yeah, well, since Skins
Maybe as soon as this interview's over, I don't know.
no, because the thing is, Skins is a guitar player. He's not a bass player.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's uncharted territory.
we've always had bass players, and I'm not going to expand on that, but of course because they play the bass. But
I'm not a bass player.
he's not a bass player, but he's actually a really good bass player. And for what we do, we're not inventing the wheel here. Americana rock,
Southern rock.
Southern rock.
Southern rock, drive-by truckerish kind of big open chords and songs about love and despair.
Hmm.
Real life stories.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that Skins, this is his first album with you. Now you had mentioned a little bit we were going to talk about some band history. Now, how long have you been around?
2008.
2008 is when I had moved in across the street from Joe and Rose actually, and at the time,
I could tell a good story on this one.
if Joe could tell,
Let me get this story started. So yeah, it was about 2008, and Ross evidently moved down the street, and
Oh shit! Hold on, do we lose him?
I'm
Coming back.
here.
Hold on, we're back.
screensaver popped up.
What the hell?
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. Are you there?
I'm here. Yeah. Hang on a sec. Let me pause real quick.
this band.
Hmm.
Start over.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you and Rose were married.
We had been married for a very long time, and then several different bands. And Ross moved in down the street, and lo and behold, he had been a fan of numerous bands of ours. And then actually, it wasn't too long after that, Rose and I were going through a divorce. And whose phone? That's not it. Anyway, we were going through. Thank you. Yeah.
Weird.
We were going through a divorce, and I'd sit outside with my young son playing with him, and Ross would drive down the street, and he would say, "Hey man, if you ever want to jam, come down to my house and jam." And I was like, "Nah, not interested." And he was just persistent and relentless. And finally, one night he got me at a weak moment. He was like, "Why don't you come down? We can jam. I got a set of drums down there." I'm like, "All right." And at that time, I hadn't played for close to a year. I had put down the sticks, probably the longest time in my life that I didn't play. And I went down there, and I beat the hell out of this poor drum set and got all this like frustration out. And we actually wrote our first song that night, Kings. And he was like, "Hey man, would you like to do this again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but the next time we're doing it at my house, and I'm going to play my drum." And that's where it started. You can take it from there. But I just thought that was a cool story.
Yeah,
I'm
it was cool.
I'm thankful that he was persistent.
I was
Mhm.
persistent. I wanted to play. I wrote a bunch of songs, and I needed somebody to bang the drums, and it was pretty convenient that Joe was up across the street from me. So that's that. And then, it went on. We had a succession of guitar players and bass players. And then I was playing guitar, and I was like the only one playing. And I was like, I can't do the leads and the rhythm at the same time. Need a lead guitar player. So I reached out to Rose, and I was like, hey, you want to play guitar for the Kings? Expecting, no, I don't think so. And I got back yeah. And I was like, whoa, okay, because I know how good Rose is on the guitar. She is one of the most ripping guitar players that I've ever played. So
Mhm.
You caught me at a moment too when I had decided I was going to quit quit playing. I had quit playing for an entire month. And I thought, I'm so burnt out. I'm going to take a break from playing. Maybe I'll even retire. And then Ross calls me up and he says, hey, you want to join the Harlan County Kings? And I thought, their music is right up my alley. I've always liked those guys. So I said,
Mhm.
and I knew Joe was in the band. I said, you know what? I've missed playing with him too. He's a really good drummer. So I said, you know what? I'll do it.
And I had reached out to Rose probably a month or so prior to see if she wanted to do something because I had actually at this point I had there was a one album period where I wasn't in the band. I had some personal issues to deal with, and finally got my act together and was back in the band. Or it was actually, yeah, I think I just got asked to come back, and Rose had. Previous to that, I'd asked Rose if she wanted to do anything musically, and she said, "No, I'm not interested." I get it. And then she calls me, I guess, shortly after talking to Rose and talking to Ross, and she goes, "Hey, guess what? I joined a band." I'm like, "Oh, great! I'm happy for you. What band?" And she was like, "Your band."
And then Joe texted me. He texted me like he's like, what? He's like one couple of words. Says, "What the hell did you do?" Right? And then right after that, ha ha ha. Great. So that was fun.
Mhm.
And 10 years, 11 years now.
I think I've been in the band 11 years.
Yeah. So it's been
the third album.
Yeah.
There for the first one.
Yeah, or
There was actually
there's one before
one
that.
even before
Yeah,
that.
we have one that's not even. It's like hopefully it's woefully out of print. It's not even on the internet. It's a pretty good record. That we made with John Suchy over at the his place.
What was that place called on your part?
Such sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that's a rest in peace. Good guy.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
And then the album before I joined the band was called Simple Life, and I think that's out there and streaming.
it is. That's more of a solo record. I would like to think of that as. I went in making that. I didn't at the time. Joe, like he mentioned, he took a break, and it was just me and the bass player I had with me at the time, and I got a drummer, and I had so many songs that I just wanted to record.
Mhm.
I went in thinking, okay, I'm not going to overthink this first, second take, and then just work with that. And the production is lackluster, the musicianship is lackluster, but there's a lot of really good songs on that we play live.
Yeah, we do play.
I kept it out there only because I kind of look at that as like my solo record when I really didn't have a lot of collaboration like I do with Rose and with Joe with his Joe does a lot of our arrangements and things like that. You leave that to the drummer; he usually comes up with that. And did I get off topic?
No, I think that pretty much covered. And then we've had like a litany of bass players. I think that's the correct word.
Yeah, we had a bunch of bass players, but
Skins is a really great fit for us.
In the mathematics, I'm known as number 5. In this band, I don't know. I'm probably like number 12.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. The mathematics have had a number of bass players go through, and yeah, you're right. You're right. And well, I'm glad. I mean, you were got a lot of bands, but you know what? They're all good, and it doesn't look like any of them are suffering. It's not like, one gets neglected or anything. I tell you, you're really putting the effort out there to, you know, get all the bands out there, get some good material going. And, hey, like I said, this is probably what the fourth interview in the last 2 months I've had with you here. But I'm always glad to have you on because you bring great stuff to the table and,
They're
you know,
different. They're all very different, and in this one, obviously, I'm playing bass in an Americana band, so completely for me, like from just playing bass and also this kind of music. So, but Joe had actually called me and said, "Hey, we're looking for a bass player. Do you know anybody that might be available?" And I thought, well, I've played drums, so I know the grooves, and I have bass gear in my studio. So I was like, yeah, what if I came and auditioned? And he was like, well, if you want to do it, you're in, just do it. So,
yeah, hey,
yeah.
boy, wish all auditions were like that, huh?
I think we came down here and we played 8 or 9 songs, and it was a good fit. Yeah.
Well, good, good. Well, hey, you're doing great stuff. You're definitely doing great things here. It looks like that you've got some shows coming up in the next over the next several months here. You want to tell us about that? It looks like there's a CD release party when your CD will be officially out to the public, and tell us about your schedule.
Well, officially it's out officially now, but it's kind of hard to put we wanted to get it out there and get the music into people's ears for the summer. And it was hard to we've been trying for the last couple of months to line up a thing to kind of correspond with the 2nd of June, but it didn't quite work out. So we worked it into July, but yeah,
July 18th.
So it's gonna be
July
July
18th
18th
at Racers. We're going to have
Parkville.
in Parkville. There's plenty of parking right across the street if you've ever been to Racers. We're hoping for good weather because out back it's the big backyard. They got the stage built up.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have sound and lights come in. We're going to have some special guests. We're going to have Hammerjacks is going to be there with the tent with some merch and all that fun stuff. And so yeah, and
the week before we'll be at the pie shop in Hamden, which is always a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday show.
it's super fun. If you've never been to the pie shop to see a show, we're tucked in the back of this like alley, the grotto between the garage, and it's just this little and you think, wow, look at this. But I'll tell you what, it is so much fun playing that place than any place we play. And we get 20 people coming off the street to walk back there and listen to us, and the place is packed.
Yeah.
Really good pies.
A good
Just
pie.
like this vibe.
Pies are good, yeah. And the owner, another music guy too.
We actually had Marty Bass in the crowd.
Marty Bass was there checking us out, so that was fun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
see, you never know who you see, walking down the avenue in Hamden, and we're back there rocking out behind the pie shop, and you get a couple beers and a slice of pie, and come back there. It's also fun. Like cities always have these places that you wouldn't think that are gonna like cultural kind of things.
Mhm.
With I'm not equating as much as such, but with like Max's or CBGB's, these like dumps.
Mhm.
And it's like, I'm not saying that the pie shop's a dump because of anything, but it's a wonderful place. But you're back behind it, and you're back behind there, and it's just like a little space, and it's we kind of wedge ourselves in there, and it's just so much fun. And if you go see any, if your listeners and watchers want to, get a good slice of Baltimore nightlife, and pie,
Yeah.
yes, the pie shop is the place to go because he's there all the time, and it's all quality stuff.
Rodney Henry's a musician himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just saying that. Yeah. Those pies are no joke, man. I've had them before, and yes, you're not going to walk out of there, unhappy with your meal. I'll tell you that. It was really a good pie, as well as a very supportive of music with him. You mentioned Rose. He is a music guy too, Rodney. And well, great. Well, that sounds excellent. So you've got your Dangerously Delicious Pies shows coming up. You've got Racer. Now, where did you say Racer? It was in Parkville. Where about in Parkville is that? Just so people know.
I was just about to say, Racers, by the way, also has really good food. So if you get there early, I think it's really good.
Hey,
They have the stuff out back. It's called the Concert Burger. They have the grill out back. They have a bar out back with like drinks and cold drinks, and there's picnic tables. And at night they light the fires. It's a really fun time. Every time we play there, we have such a great time. Even if you're chased inside because of the weather, it's still a good.
mm-hmm.
And it's good, and lots of nice drinks, and come on out and check us out.
It's right at the intersection of Taylor and Harford Road.
Oh, okay. Taylor and Harford. Oh, sure. I know where you mean. Sure. Well, great. Oh, very good. And you've also got Stand Stock coming up. That's an institution right there in itself, right?
Yeah,
it's always a blast.
We played that a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many years have they been doing Stand Stock now? I know probably at least 20.
It's been 2010, maybe.
Was it longer ago than that? Maybe. Well, maybe you're right. I'm sure you probably are.
We played the first. Well, not the Royal Weed, but the Harlan County Kings did play the very first. That's when I actually I sat in on rhythm guitar in Chelsea Graveyard in the screams from midnight from England. Yeah, that was fun. So yeah, that's been going on quite a while, and then we played there last year again, and we'll play there this year. We're in the big hall this year, I think, and that is, where is that again?
Falls and Barrel House.
It's at the Falls and Barrel House.
I'm going to do an acoustic. I'm not sure which day. They haven't told me yet. And Ross might join me.
It's a good possibility.
Well, great. So that's going to be in September. And then Racers in Parkville CD release party is going to be July 18th, correct? And then Dangerously Delicious Pies, a couple of shows there coming up. I will make sure, folks, that I list all these dates in the show notes, as well as the website, so you can find out everything you want to know about Harlan County Kings and their shows and their music and everything else. So this is great. I'm glad to hear more material coming out there, more original material for our listeners here in this area to get out and support. And we'll be playing it for you here on 97underground.com for sure. Go ahead.
I'll do a little A side. I don't know how much time we got left, but I was a metalhead teenager in Dundalk in 1984.
Okay.
When you guys first went on air out of the college, and that was something. That was a bit of pride for us, because our little community, that were already listening to Zeppelin and Aerosmith. Now we got to hear Anthrax and Metallica, and all these other bands, and we were like, if you drove, we drove around Dundalk, at night, and if you drove into Essex, you'd lose the station.
I know, yeah, you're right.
It was like it was our station, that was pretty cool. So having something that I'm involved in to be played on that that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I grew up down there too, and I remember the same thing. And the thing I liked about it too was I got turned on to a lot of bands I'd never heard of.
Definitely. I mean, we had the little zines and whatnot, in the underground stuff, but it was still what 98 Rock wanted you to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the underground came on and we found it, and we're like, oh man, this is so great.
Right. Because the thing is, like, 98 Rock didn't always play metal back then either. They would play it, once in a while, and usually the stuff was harder. The Bostons and Journeys and Blue Oyster Cult, and like a lot of the classic stuff. But they weren't doing Metallica or Guns N' Roses, or you weren't going to turn on Anthrax or find Anthrax on there unless you listened to Metal Shop on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, but I mean, where else was dirtbag teenager gonna get turned on to like Testament?
Oh,
You
you're
know,
right. You're absolutely right. And yeah, we have Testament. Sure.
it's just all those bands like that, and Flotsam and Jetsam, and all those bands like that. It was just like that was something that brought culture to that area,
Yeah.
and thank you for that.
Right. Right. Yeah. Armored Saint was another one, that I listened to on there. But Metal Shop was always great. As a matter of fact, we carry Metal Shop on 97 Underground now. Charlie Kendall brought the show back a couple of years ago, and it's on during the day. And if you remember too, back in those days, the King Biscuit Flower Hour was another one. They had a lot of great concerts on there too. You remember that?
Definitely.
Yep. So I had I remember hearing Zebra and Fastway, Quiet Riot. Those were some great, broadcasts on there. And of course, back in those days, my poor man's playlist was of course we got the cassettes, recording while these shows were on. So that's how we built up our libraries back then. But yeah.
Yes, I've waited 5 hours for this song to come on. Be quiet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, we made the best of what we had, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So okay, great. Well, look, you have your CD Cold Moonlight coming out, and that's going to be out on July 18th. The CD release party is going to be at Racers in Parkville, near Taylor and Harford Road. You've also got shows coming up on, let's see, the 11th of July, Dangerously Delicious Pies, as well as the 5th of September. And then Standstock coming up too on September 12th. And you're also HarlanCountyKings.com. So we'll make sure that we get all these things in the show notes for you folks. Get out and check out Harlan County Kings. It's well worth checking out. I've seen their videos and I've heard their stuff. And if you haven't, why haven't you? Get on it right now. Listeners, get out there and check these guys out. They're a great band, well worth checking out. So, folks, I appreciate you coming and joining us today. Rose, Ross, Joe, and Skins. Always a pleasure. Come back anytime you have something to tell us. I'll be glad to have you on again. And I can't wait to start spinning you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to start giving you some spins on the show as well. So, folks, stick around. We'll be back right after these words. You're listening to The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. And thanks again to Harlan County Kings for joining us today. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening, and hope you enjoyed today's interview. Remember, The Back of the Rack is on every Monday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, and our replay is every Wednesday morning from 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern Time on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. You can download our free app and listen anytime, anywhere. Also, don't forget our YouTube channel. Hit the like and subscribe button and allow for notifications so you'll be the first to know whenever new episodes air. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Log on and crank it up. The station your mother warned you about. 97underground.com.